I'm not some kid, Dad. I'm gonna be 20 this year. If you don't like my attitude, then it sounds like you need to suck it up. Look at the text I just sent you and ask yourself who the dummy in the room is. My name is Adaku Danjuma. I know who you are. I want to know why you want to see my father.
Do yourself a favor and don't be delusional, Adaku. I didn't say anything.
I hope not. It would be a shame if anything happened to your family because you were incapable of keeping your mouth shut. What's wrong, Alan? You know what, Mom? Some days I really do wish you won full custody of me.
Udell, how can I help you? By giving Wanda some space.
What do you got for me, Terry? It's Devante. He's awake.
You must really need something from me if you're gonna be seen with me after how you spoke with me last time.
I need you to tell me what you know about my dad and Adaku Danjuma. Alan, what happened? It's Dad. The two of us had a row. It got so heated that Dad hit me. He what? Don't worry, it didn't really hurt. Besides, it's not like I'm young enough to call CPS on him. What were you two even arguing about? To make a long story short, I've been trying to take this place from Devante. Actually, Dad and I plan to take it over. Theodosius' palace? What do you need this hotel for? To make up for half of the inheritance that I lost in crypto trading last year. Okay, Alan, Devante is not the sort of man you want to make enemies with. Why do you seem so terrified when you say that? Especially when you're trying to keep him from going to prison for taking Elvira's life.
Harley, it's Finnegan. I really need to speak with you. Did I do something to offend you? My request has nothing to do with anything you've done, Owen. With Devante's trial coming up, if Devante wakes up, Wanda will be in a very fragile, emotional place. I can imagine, since her best friend is so close to getting justice, wouldn't she need as many friends around her as possible?
Devante's awake? How come there hasn't been a public announcement? Is his family trying to keep it hush-hush? His family doesn't know. In fact, he's been awake for a while. What? And how come no one in his family knows that he's awake? Because he wanted it that way. Not even anyone else in the hospital knows that he's awake. Something is worrying him, and I feel like it has something to do with Adaku Danjuma.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Zeke, I need you to be honest. Please. Adaku came into my father's room the other day. What? You good? And it's that look of concern that makes me feel like you know something. It's already public knowledge what she and her family are known for, and that she's most likely linked to the Trank issue going around lately. How long did you know that you were selling her product? Why is Commissioner Burke outside of your hotel room? I'm defending him for his divorce. Alan, can you just give me a moment? Why can't you just tell him to get lost? It won't take long, I promise. Please.
Why are you meeting me outside?
Alan is inside of the room and he's extremely upset. So we need to make this quick. What's wrong, Finnegan?
It's Terry. She knows that you and I are sleeping together. Wanda has me, and she has Yvette. But Wanda and I formed a friendship though. And you're prosecuting the man who took her best friend's life. The trial will already be overwhelming, and she doesn't need that sort of baggage in her personal life. With all due respect, Udell, shouldn't Wanda be able to decide how she'll be able to handle the trial? Is everything okay in here? What does Adaku Denjuma have to do with anything? She visited Devante the other day. Now I'm even more confused. How are those two even connected? This is only a theory, but since Adaku's most likely linked to the number of trank use lately, she was probably selling the stuff at the hotel. That's not everything though. Your plans of taking over Theodosius' palace are in peril. How so? Devante decided to hand Theodosius' palace over to his son Pacho. Perfect. The less you know, Nichelle, the better. What do you know, Zeke? I've thought about this all day. When Adaku showed up claiming to know my dad, I began to remember how someone lost their life at the beachfront because of trank. That's not a coincidence. Then you should probably ask your father when he wakes up. I'm asking you, will sometimes ignorance is bliss? Are you actually refusing to give me an answer? That's exactly what I'm doing, Nichelle. How on earth did Terry even find out about us? We weren't as alone at the courthouse like we thought. Terry saw us kissing and took a picture. She went on to threaten to report you to the board. What does she want? She wants me to stop fighting for joint custody of Kiev. Did she give you a deadline? Harley, I gave in. I decided to give Terry what she wanted. Finnegan, I'm so sorry. Giving up custody of your only child? Only if I just kept my hands to myself. You have nothing to be sorry for. I wouldn't have been able to forgive myself if you lost the chance to practice law because of me. At least this will make us one step closer to being together. For real, I love you, Harley. D.A. Russo, what are you doing in here? I heard that Udell was in the building and wondered if there was an issue. Anything I can help with? Not at all. I'll be seeing myself out. What was that all about? It was a private conversation. Would you mind stepping out so that I can finish up my work? My apologies. I didn't mean to disturb you. Why is this a good thing? Because I no longer have any interest in taking over Theodosius' palace. Does this mean that I no longer have to pretend to be friends with Devante? That's not what this means. He still took my little sister's life, and I need someone on the inside in case he slips up a confession. Do you really expect me to risk my life like this? I'm not some undercover agent. So what? Either you do this favor for me and my family, or you can spend the rest of your life in prison. Zeke, if my father is in any trouble, then you need to tell me. Not if it gets you in trouble. Besides, what makes you think your dad's in danger? I don't know what to think because you won't tell me anything. What if I did tell you? It ain't like you're gonna take me back. Is that what's keeping you from giving me any answers? No, Nichelle, I ain't telling you nothing because I'm trying to protect you. I'd rather have you annoyed with me than have you hurt.